78 Sports TV here. Salute to the mighty ldbc Lions Den Box community. For those who don't know, now you know. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe, also hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when I drop a new video. And if you're digging the video, go ahead and share this joint. All right, let's get down to the business here. So there's been a lot of talk ever since Ryan Garcia came out and instructed his team to make the Devin Haney fight for him. Tank Davis and his fans have been in shambles. They had a good hustle going where they were trying to drag out this whole situation with Devin Haney. Devin Haney, for those who don't know, Devin Haney has called out Tank Davis for a fight. Devin Haney instructed his team to send Gervonta Tank Davis an offer. And that offer was a guarantee of $20 million plus money on the back end. It's important that we understand what that guarantee means. To my knowledge, Gervonta Tank Davis guaranteed to fight Ryan Garcia was $5 million. And then he ended up making upwards of $30 million from the back end, from the pay-per-view sales. So in this particular fight against Devin, his guarantee would have been $20 million, okay? With an option to make money on the back end, okay? He said no. Immediately, his team, Leonard Ellaby, who got all these guys who supposed to not work for him, but his fans are goofy. They believe stuff like this. All these people who supposedly don't work for Tank Davis magically pop up out of nowhere, defending Tank, coming out with fake pay-per-view numbers, trying to diminish Devin Haney. When I told you guys the pay-per-view numbers are not even out yet, the official ones. The Zone is a private company. It's an app. This is not like a TV network where you can just call up Spectrum or call up AT&T and find out what the pay-per-view numbers are. So anybody that don't work for the Zone that's telling you what the pay-per-view numbers were is a liar. Period. And if you notice, all the people that's telling you that Devin Haney pay-per-view numbers were bad are all competition. All competition. Okay? So now, Ryan Garcia instructs his team to make the Devin Haney fight, which is a smart move because Ryan had noticed all the attention that's on Devin Haney. Tank Davis has noticed all the attention on Devin Haney. Tank Davis said, remember he did that video, he said, the only reason I'm even responding because dude got a little name now, right? That's like how girls talk little. The girls always call something little. You got your little job, your little money, with your little car, your little apartment. That's how Tank talk. I'm only responding because dude got a little name now. So where did that name come from? The name that Devin Haney has comes from him putting in the work, him putting himself in position, him and his father making himself available, him being a free agent, being able to freely move around to any network he wants, okay? And be able to capitalize off of any opportunity that comes his way. Being undisputed champion at 135, moving up to 140, fighting a guy in Regis Prograis who nobody else wanted to fight, okay? And dogging him. So that's where the popularity and the attention is coming from. That's where that name is coming from Devin Haney. And fans respect that. The masses of fans, more and more fans every day, I'm going over to the Devin Haney side of things because they see what this kid's out here trying to do. And they respect that, okay? Meanwhile, Gervonta Tank Davis, who was an explosive fighter, knockout artist, very entertaining to watch, but his team has zero belief in him. They have the luxury of putting Tank in with overmatched opponents, guys who they know he's going to knock out, and they can make a lot of money doing so. And that's fine. That's their hustle. All right? I'm not hating on their hustle. But the problem is, don't try to diminish Devin Haney while uplifting these Rayos and Isak Cruzes and Ryan Garcias of the world. Because like I said before, none of those guys that Tank Davis has fought before ever had to have any pay-per-view numbers. Understand? None of these guys have ever had to have pay-per-view numbers. None of them had to sell out no arenas. None of them had to do anything to get a Tank Davis fight. They were all rewarded with paydays and a whooping from Tank Davis. Now you got a guy in Devin Haney who has sold out arenas, is selling pay-per-views. Now you can argue about how much pay-per-views he's selling. That's irrelevant because none of these other guys sold anything. That's just facts. Okay? So now, why diminish him? Why diminish Devin Haney while uplifting these other guys? Some smell fishy to me. Smell real fishy to me about this, the way the PBC model is working. You know what I mean? And the stuff that they're trying to do. Smell real strange. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, Tank Davis wasn't smart enough to capitalize off of this momentum that Devin Haney has right now. This is the perfect time to make the fight. He just moved up to 140, right? He ain't got settled there yet. This is your perfect time to say, you know what? I ain't got nobody to fight. Yo, this dude a free agent. He not signed with Matchroom and DAZN. All right, let's just bring him over here to this Amazon deal, and we can fight him as our first fight. Eddie Hearn ain't had to have nothing to do with it. Now, that's what Tank could have done, but he's listening to his team tell him stupid stuff like, "Oh, this kid don't really want to fight you. It's all cap." See, that's what his fans tell him too. See, this Tank Davis is being treated like a slow cousin, a slow little brother. That dude who get manipulated. Remember the movie Ray? Remember they telling Ray how much money he's supposed to be getting. He blind, so Ray had to get all his money in singles so he can count it. And this is how they doing Tank. It's a bunch of people around him taking advantage of him, and it's really embarrassing. You know what I mean? It really is, especially coming from his fans, because these guys are supposed to know better. You know what I mean? But the fact that they are co-signing this nonsense, lying to Tank, you know, oh, Devin Haney don't really want to fight Tank. Oh, if he really want to fight Tank, how he negotiated with Ryan? Y'all are disgusting. I mean, seriously. The man sent an offer to Tank Davis. Tank team said no, fine. They said if it's going to be an offer, it's going to come from us. Devin Haney said fine. They ain't sent them no offer. Yet you keep hearing Coach Calvin Ford and the other coach running around on podcasts, doing all these interviews, talking, yeah, we send the contract. It's coming. The contract coming. Tap. I mean, these dudes just lie every day, and y'all fall for this mess, and they still ain't sent no contract. The man been saying they're going to send Devin Haney a contract since the Loma fight. Bro. But they never do, and you know what? They just move on to the next lie, and y'all let them. Move on to the next lie. So at this point, Devin Haney is not going to get no Gervonta Tank Davis fight. It's just not going to happen. Tank Davis and his people around him don't believe in this kid. You know, he's an explosive fighter, entertaining fighter, but when it comes to him fighting a boxer with the skill set, the IQ of a Devin Haney, nah. They don't want to put him in there with him because they know he hasn't done anything to prepare for a style like Devin Haney. All right, fighting a bunch of flat-footed guys he's been fighting, those dudes are tailor-made to get knocked out by Tank. Fighting a guy who has the ring IQ of Devin Haney is just, look, I mean, that's why they kept him away from Lomachenko for years. They kept him away from Devin Haney for 5 years at lightweight. Ain't that interesting? 5 years at lightweight, Devin Haney has been asking for a Tank fight. Tank fans and Leonard Ellerbe had every excuse in the book. Even when Devin tried to trap him and say, okay, well, Tank is my mandatory for the WBA, so you got to fight me now. What they say? Oh, well, Tank ain't nobody mandatory. You can't make us do nothing. We'll drop the belt if you try to make us fight Devin Haney. But guess what Tank fans say? Well, that's not no duck. No, he just Tank the A-side. He the boss, man. No, that's not a duck, though. Devin Haney move up to 140, beat Regis, dominate him. Now, Tank Davis the first one running around the internet. Oh, we got to get rid of Snack out of boxing. This man taking the PEDs, man. We got to get him out of here, man. I'm talking about, man, bro. Woo, what's that smell? What does that smell like? Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Somebody need to go wash that thing. Put a towel to that thing, Tank. You got to put a towel to that thing, man. It must be that time of the month, homie. It must be that time of the month because it's loud, homie. It's loud up in here. And we don't know why. You supposed to be Tank Davis who spar heavyweights and knock them out. Now all of a sudden you worried about little Devin Haney, supposed to be little pillow fisted Devin Haney, right? You worried about him being on some PEDs. Man, come on, fam. Seriously, bro. Terrified this man is. So while Tank Davis was too afraid to capitalize off of the name that he say Devin Haney has now, you know who was smart enough to jump in there? Ryan. Ryan said, wait a minute, man. Yo, every time I come on YouTube, every time I go on Instagram or Twitter, Devin Haney's the one blowing up. Devin Haney's the one trending. Yo, Dev, let's do it. So now they're negotiating. They haven't finalized nothing yet. It's the beginning stages of negotiation. So Tank Davis can come in and uproot all of that. Matter of fact, they just asked Devin Haney yesterday. He did an interview, I think, with Ariel Helwani. And they asked Devin, they said, I think it was Ariel Helwani. And he said, hey, you know, what's the fight that you want? Devin said, Gervonta Tank Davis. He said, but, you know, I'll take the Ryan fight too. So it's clear as day he wants Tank Davis. Tank don't want Devin, and that's just the truth of the matter. But they need for it to sound as though Devin and look as though Devin is the one who's not doing everything he possibly can to make this fight happen. Like, bro, stop it. Them tweets ain't gonna go away. No matter how many tweets you put up and delete, no matter the truth is the truth. You just make yourself look guiltier when you put something up and then delete it. Right? It means you're not sure of yourself. You're not standing on your word and what's coming out of your mouth. The man Tank that came out here shooting slugs at Al Heyman and Al Heyman and Stephen Espinosa, because Stephen Espinosa is about to, leave Showtime, and because he got stock in Tank. You know what I'm saying? They own Tank pretty much. So Stephen Espinosa is about to leave Showtime and go into business with Al and them, where he can keep getting his cut from Tank Davis fights and stuff like that. And that's why I hear. I don't know that to be a fact. I just heard that. We'll see what happens. And if I'm wrong about it, I'll come back and apologize. But from what I hear, that's what Stephen Espinosa is up to, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? And that's probably why Tank said what he said in that tweet that he took down. He said, Al was supposed to call me yesterday, but he ended up having secret meetings with Stephen, about he said, so if you see me somewhere else, that's why. So this man ain't got no control of his career, bro. He don't at all. He don't got no control of his career, and this is why he's not calling out Devin Haney, because he got no control over it. He can't say he wants Devin Haney because they tell him who he's gonna fight, and he's fine with that situation. See what I'm saying? He's fine with that. That's why he kept crying and complaining over the years about Floyd trying to set him up. Oh, they're trying to set me up to lose against Rolly. I know they're rooting for Rolly. Oh, they trying to set me up to lose against Pedraza. Hey, bro, if you don't want to fight these dudes, you don't have to fight them. But so he must be in some type of deal. Whatever Tank contract is must be horrible, man. Seriously. So he don't have the freedom to do what Devin Haney. He definitely don't have the freedom to do what Devin Haney doing. But I don't even think he got the freedom to do what Ryan doing. See what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. We'll see how all this work out. But at this point, I'm off of the whole Devin Haney versus Tank situation because it's not going to happen. Tank Davis and his team don't want to fight Devin Haney. And it's at this point, it's getting toxic. It's turning into a toxic situation. And, it's going to be like the Spence Crawford situation. A bunch of fans, delusional, lying to themselves on the internet, just saying anything because you don't want the other side to be correct. And that's what I'm starting to see now. I'm starting to see people with so much hatred for Devin Haney, they really exposing themselves and they just saying anything. I mean, anything, bro. Like, every day is something different. Like, just an outrageous lie. You know what I mean? Just Devin Haney couldn't how he calling out Tank when he got mandatory in Sandor Martin. Yeah. He got to fight Sandor Martin, and how he don't really want to fight Tank. Like, bro, these people, like, bro, I don't even know how dudes even got boxing channels. Seriously. Like, at some point, you got to just take a deep breath and be like, you know what? Let me get control of my emotions. Tank is looking bad out here right now. A lot of this is his fault. I want to help him, but man, he making it hard. I'm gonna help him, man, but let me just not make up no lies though, because I still gotta have my credibility. You dudes can't even do that. You dudes are just desperate to save this cat, and this is what happens to Tank every time. Remember when Tank got into it with Tevin Farmer? I wish I had that clip up here. When Tank got into it with Tevin Farmer some years ago, maybe about 6 years ago, when they was at some casino or something, or some hotel lobby, wherever they was at, and Tevin Farmer ran up on Tank and was like, "Man, we gonna unify or not, man? When I get the WBC belt, are we gonna unify or not?" So him and Tank is having a man-to-man conversation. Next thing you know, because Tank is looking bad because Tevin Farmer standing on his business. So here come all these PBC dudes grabbing Tank like hold me back type stuff. Nothing was even happening. Them dudes didn't get violent. Nobody hit nobody or nothing. They come grabbing on Tank. So Tank put up this little, don't let me go, or put your hands on me. Don't grab me. And then he walk off, and his homeboy got him from behind, holding him. And then him and Sam Watson smiling and stuff. But this is the most staged WWE character stuff I've ever seen in my life. Every time Tank Davis is put in a situation where he has to answer some tough questions or talk about who he fighting next, somebody always intervene, bro, and talk for him. This is how I know it's some people out there that got some big money invested in this kid. Big money invested in him and in his future, and they're not going to let him get in harm's way. They're keeping him away from slick black fighters. They definitely going to keep him away from Devin Haney. You can forget about that. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like I said before, it ain't just Devin Haney that's been getting ducked by Tank Davis. It's a lot of people. Right? Devin Haney's at 140 now. Y'all want to fight him? Cool. Fine. Don't fight him. But the funny part is now I get to sit back and just laugh because I know Tank ain't finna fight no Shakur Stevenson. I know he ain't finna fight Shakur. He ain't gonna fight Lomachenko. Even though Loma's old now, he ain't gonna fight him. So what he gonna do? Isaac Cruz again? Rayo? You know what I'm saying? This is the type of stuff we're dealing with here. Zapata, some mess. It's gonna be some stuff like that, bro. And you know, it's just sad. And now they got rumors out here that Tank is not happy with his contract. He's not happy with the option PBC gave him. Allegedly, they say PBC made him an offer for an upcoming fight, and Tank, didn't like the money. No, he ain't gonna like the money. If that rumor even true, because that rumor come from the same troll that was talking crazy about Devin Haney pay-per-view numbers. So I don't believe nothing that dude say anyway. But these are my thoughts on this since everybody talking about it. It's gonna be hard for Tank to go back to getting $4 or $5 million guarantees on a fight when he just took that and then ended up making all that money against Ryan Garcia. And then now you got Saudis offering $20 million guarantees to Tank Davis. Absolutely. It's going to be hard for him to accept that, under those terms. But anyway, wish him nothing but the best, though. Let Tank go out and do his thing. His fans is grossly overprotective of this kid. I never seen nothing like it. I thought AJ fans was bad. AJ fans was bad. They was. But I don't think I ever seen nothing like this with Tank Davis fans, because Tank Davis fans, most of them know boxing. See what I'm saying? But they're purposely being delusional in order to save this kid save face for him, and it ain't necessary. So that's why I say I'm just done with it, because I don't want to lose respect for people, man. And like when you see somebody, it's like you got a homeboy, and then you start seeing, like him for one thing. You know your homeboy for one thing, But then you start seeing him, maybe putting hands on his wife or disrespecting his kids, and you're like, hey, I don't know if I want to hang with this dude outside of work no more. You know what I mean? Because now you're seeing him in a different light. So I'm gonna fall back from this whole Tank Davis, Devin Haney situation. I'm still gonna talk about Dev, but the Tank situation I'm gonna fall back from because it's getting toxic. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, that's just my 2 cents. 78 Sports TV. Salute to the mighty ldbc. Smash that like button, y'all. Hit the subscribe, and I'm up out of here though. Deuces.